Something crazy just happened to me that if it didn't happen, I would not believe that somebody could do this, because this was the dumbest thing I've ever experienced, and it was so dangerous. So I was out shopping, right? And I was in a store, and then my friend called me. So I'm like, okay, let me go step outside because I can't hear in the store. So now I'm talking to my friend. I have headphones in, and this guy with a child who's like maybe 9 to 11. She's very, very young. He stands next to me and he says something, but I can't hear. And next you know, he's walking away, and this child is near me. I'm like, hello, excuse me, you're a child. He goes, oh yeah, she had an accident, I'll be right back. I'm like, come get your child. But like, she's like not moving. I don't want to drag the child and pull, because she looked like she was so scared. And this guy darts off into his car and then just skedaddles. So I tell my best friend, I gotta call you right back, I'm dealing with something. So this child peed herself, and he was like, I'm gonna go get her a change of clothes. Mind you, where I am, it's a plaza. There are 2, maybe 3 places that he could go get her some clothes. And he jumped in his car and just went somewhere. So now I'm like, okay, let's go sit on this bench. I'm trying to get her name. I'm trying to get something out of her, but she's just sitting with her head down. And I'm like, oh, okay, hold on. Let me lock in real quick, because she's black. When I was young, my mom made sure I knew all the phone numbers of important people that I needed to get in contact with. Her, my aunt, my grandmother, I had all important people. So I said, okay, let me try this. What's your mom's number so I can get your mom on the phone? So she finally tells me, and then I call this number. And you know, in black people fashion, we don't answer the phone if it's an unknown number. So obviously, you know, it just goes straight to voicemail. And I call again. So she goes, hello, who is this? Why are you calling me? And I'm like, listen, I'm so sorry to be bothering you, but some man just dropped off your child with me. I am in front of Rainbow right now. He dropped off your child and said he's coming right back, and just left, and your child peed herself and she's sitting here crying. So she's like, what? And I know that's a lot of information to take in, but yeah, he just left your child with me and darted off somewhere. So I need you to come get her. So she's still on the phone, but I hear her like, give me 1 second. She went to her boss. She's like, I gotta go. I have an emergency. I have to see what's going on. Bye. And she like left her job, so she's coming. I still hear the phone on, and it goes click, whatever. So this child is still scared. She's not really talking, and she knows she just has her head down. And then I'm like, okay, well, there's nothing I can do. But wait. So then I see a car speeding in like 15 minutes later. I'm like, I just knew that was the mother, because there's no way. So she speeds in, doesn't even park. She just slanted. I'm like, I get it. She runs up. First thing you know, she checks her dog, like, are you okay? Is everything good? And then she turns to me. She asks me what happened. I explained everything to her. Like, yeah, this man's dangerously stupid. I don't even know why he's allowed to have her. So now she calls this man. She FaceTimes him. He didn't answer the first time, but the second time he picked up, she's like, how you leaving my child with a stranger? You don't know what could be going on. This is very dangerous. You know, letting him have it. I'm like, yes, as you should. And then she looked around the back and she said, wait a minute. Whose house are you even in? Because that's not even a house. He was like, I had to stop somewhere first. So not only did you leave your child with a stranger, you didn't even go to get her a change of clothes. You went somewhere first in some random person's house, and you left your child, again, with a stranger. And I'm not a bad person, but what if he left her with a bad person? Women can be traffickers too. Women can be murderers too. It's not just, oh, you know, it's only men that do all these things. No, women can do it too. Why would you leave your child with a random? I could have done anything. She looks like she's about 9. I could have overpowered her, taken her somewhere, abused her, sold her. I could have done whatever. Why would you leave your child with a stranger? So then I tell her, hey, listen, I used to work at TJ Maxx. I still have the discount. We can go in there and get her some clothes, and it will be cheaper for you. And it's like, okay, we went in there. We got the clothes. She was changing her daughter, but like every few minutes, it's like she'll try to calm down, and then she'll think, because you know, like, she's a mom. All the possibilities were going in her head. The same thing I said. She could have been kidnapped. She could have been killed. All these things were just going in her head. And then I told her, this man was way too casual leaving her with me. This is not the first time that he's done that. So when your daughter comes down, because the daughter broke down, she was crying, with all this, it was the big thing. I was like, this is definitely not the first time he's done this. Ask your daughter how many times he's done this. And if he has done this before, why didn't anybody else say, let me try to get a phone number and call the mom? Why? And she was telling me, she was like, I'm going through a custody battle right now, and we have split custody, but I'm trying to get full custody. I told her, keep my number, because the minute you need me to come down to the courthouse, I'll come and tell this entire story. I don't care, but that man does not need to be in the presence of this child without you, or just in general, ever. It was so much going on. I felt so bad for that poor baby, because it's like, you're 9. Why would you leave her with a stranger? Anything could have happened. And I keep saying that, but it's like, that's the only thing playing in my mind. He could have left her with any other person, and they would have never saw this child again. Why would you think that's okay? Not all women are nurturing, and he was lucky enough to find one that's nurturing, but not all women are nurturing. So why would you do? I was just stressed. All I wanted to do was do some shopping. I just wanted to be like, you know what, I got some time, let me go window shop, whatever. But it led me in the right place at the right time. And I'm just glad she was a competent mother, because what if she was the same like this man? Like, oh, why you calling me? Like, you couldn't just watch my child. I'm so glad she wasn't that type of mother. I'm so glad she rushed over, checked on her child, and did what she needed to do. It was just a very, very stressful time. I'm just glad it's over, and I'm just glad that child's safe.